No, but he told me I don't have to do this.
Vinny, you're going to kick us off.
Jurgen, first of all, congratulations. Can we get your reaction, please, to being named Premier League manager for the month of September?
Unfortunately, a second ago I saw the new fixtures. So, yes, of course, it's a nice prize, and how I said already to the guys from Premier League that for me, and that's not only this should not only be words. That's how I see it. It's of course a prize for my whole team, and so yeah, and for the players and all that stuff. So that we had a few good games we already recognized. So that was good. The last month was good for us, but yeah, that's all. So first time I didn't really know about this prize is existing until Dave Wagner got it last month. So and I make a few jokes about him, and then now I have it. So if you want, so, but all good, and thank you very much. I don't know who votes for it, the journalists or. So you are not involved. So no, thank you to you. Yeah. No, but yeah. Now I got the fixtures, and I'm not too happy in this moment, but all good. Yeah.
Why is that?
Because we have less than 48 hours between our game against Man City at the 31st and in Sunderland, at Sunderland at the 2nd. Less than 48 hours. 48 hours is interesting idea, but less than 48 hours, I cannot believe, with traveling and all that stuff. So I don't know if we can do anything, but I learn more and more and about this league, and maybe I have to ask somebody if we can do still, if we can ask if there would be another time for us at Sunderland. So.
Looking ahead to this game on Monday night, Liverpool versus Manchester United, in your experience, how intense an encounter, how intense an occasion is it?
Since a few minutes, I'm already in the game mode. So I have this kind of aggressiveness, what we will need. Hopefully I can keep it. No, it's, yeah, very intense game, of course, two good sides. And yeah, actually the situations are not that different, but obviously what I heard about, you think our situation is different, so that means we are in a good moment. They are not in that good moment, but I can't see the big difference with 3 points. Obviously, so they have big quality, big quality in their team, and we have to respect this, what we do. And but of course, it's Anfield, and we have to show this. And we had a few nice atmospheres since I'm here, but I'm completely open for the next best, for the best atmosphere what we had, and I'm sure it would help, because we need everybody with a Liverpool shirt in this game, and yeah, but I'm looking forward to it. It's exciting.
Do you think that yourselves and Manchester United fall into the category of title rivals, particularly as the title race probably suffered its first twist when Manchester City lost to Spurs last summer?
If I think Man United is a...
Do you see yourselves as
ourselves
in the category of title rivals this season?
Look, I don't think in these categories, of course, but as long the longer you are in the top region of the table, the more likely it is that you can fight for something really interesting, and that's what's our job is to do. And in this moment, it's still early in the season, so we have now 16 points, and I'm pretty sure with 16 points you cannot win the league. So we should have a few more, and so I don't think about this, but this is apart from the constellation in the table. It's a very important game. I know this. I know about the history, and I like these special stories around games. And I know we only can get 3 points, or they unfortunately can get 3 points, or we draw, whatever, and that can happen. But it's yeah, I think the whole world will watch this game, and who is able to will try to find a possibility to watch the game, and we have the big honor to be part of it. That's great. That's absolutely great. There's nothing bad to say about this game, but at the end, it's up to us to perform at our best, and that's what we try to do.
Simon?
Last time out in the Premier League at Anfield, we spoke about the goal that Wayne Rooney scored against Liverpool. What sort of threat does he still pose to Liverpool?
I know all about, not all, but a lot. No, meanwhile, a lot of what everybody thinks in this moment about Wayne Rooney, and I cannot think the same things actually, even not as a manager of Liverpool FC. So, which is not allowed that I like players from Man United or something like this, or I don't think about it. But he's meanwhile 30 years old and has a very long, more than decent career in his Premier League, and that's the longer you are part of something, the more the people know about you, and the more the people think they can say about you. And at this moment, why anybody thinks that Jose Mourinho is blind from one second to the other and say, okay, he's not good enough anymore, but he will still playing, or why Sam Allardyce did it, or why Southgate did it. They all know about his quality, and they all know about his value for each team he plays in. So, and of course he's a goal scorer. He's a threat always when he's on the ball to score goals. And this is a situation which can happen in a long career, which he already had. And I wish him he can have a few another nice years in his career. But now it's only one game. But from my side, he's a world-class player. And so world-class players are always a threat.
Off the back of another international break, which means your players have been scattered all around the world again, your front three especially making almost 30,000 miles, I think, we talked about the journey. Last time it was maybe too soon for Coutinho. I think you sat on the bench, didn't you, after the last international break against Leicester. Given you've got an extra 2 days and a bit this time round, what impact does that make on who you now have available to you?
Yeah, of course it's a big impact. But that means too that we have still 4 sessions to go until Monday night, and that means that a lot of things can happen. So I made no decision until now, but yes, they came back. They did what they had to do until now. Roberto could make a little bit more, or have made a little bit more in the last session. Phil played nearly 2 complete games, and so he had only recovery after a long flight, even when the clubs did everything to bring them as comfortable as possible to England, back to England. But it's a long trip, right? And so that's still in their legs, of course, but we will, each day, each hour helps until the next game, and so that we play at Monday is an advantage in this case, of course.
Juliet?
When you faced Manchester United, I think it was in the Europa League, you said it was a salt in the soup. So does that is that still the same in the Premier League domestically?
Of course. We had this. My first Premier League game against Man United was a good game from my side, but we lost 1-0. We played not bad actually. We could have won this game, but we didn't because Wayne Rooney scored, and then we had this nice opportunity to play them again for the first time in this unbelievable long history, which these 2 clubs have in common as very successful clubs in world football. And so that was a real challenge, and we enjoyed it. And that's what I try to do again, to enjoy it as an opportunity, because it's positive. And the more you play for in these games, and the more interest is around these games, the more difficult they are, but the more excited everybody is about it. And though that's a big thing. It will never, as long as I live, for sure, not be a normal game. And so we should use this opportunity on the pitch, because that's all about all these games. All the nice stories and the great stories about these games were written on the pitch and not around. And in the stadium, were written in the stadium, and really with big respect. That's what this sport stands for. Stands for that you have really you face the biggest opponents and play football against them. That's the kind of battle we have. That's what where we should really show who is the best in the moment and all that stuff, and creating a very special atmosphere in and around, and everybody in his living room, at home, wherever in the world, and who will watch the game, will be in a special mood. And knowing about this should give us the power for this game. And I hope we can use it.
And if I can just go back to what you were saying, just originally you saw the fixtures over the Christmas period. When you talked about Sunderland and you can maybe rearrange or possibly change, I don't know. Is there a chance you can do that?
I have no idea.
Or would you
No.
pursue it?
No, I got the information. I got information last night how it is. Then you cannot talk about it because it's not. I had nobody to talk about last night. But when I got it, I thought, okay, who had this idea? So that's not. I know. How can I say? Our job is to work. Our job is to do everything we can to win games. And I understand 100% tradition and all this, and I would never say Boxing Days is not a good idea because I love it, actually. Okay, it's Christmas time, but I've absolutely no problem. I love it. I watched these games when I was not part of the Premier League. But now, having a match day with 2 days between, so there should be another possibility to do this. You could. I don't know why we play on Monday. Is this a I don't know exactly. Is it a special day in England, the 2nd of January? Is it a day off in school or what? Probably day off. Is Tuesday not off anymore, the Wednesday? Are they off, or is there a winter holiday for... I only want to try to understand, so I don't know enough, obviously, in the moment. I only saw we have less than 48 hours between 2 games with a travel. So that's how should this work? And then we sit here and you ask me, you didn't perform too well. How can this happen? Or injuries. And then this Dutch guy, a funny athletic coach, says again, the training is not too good and all that stuff. What? So, and then that's all. You think, hey, what are you talking about? How will you prepare teams for this? You say against Man City, 50% because Monday Sunderland. So only, how can I say, that's no problem? At the end, when we can change it, then it's no problem. Then it's our situation. But in this moment, I know it now, 12 hours or something. In December, we have to play nearly again. So, and that's how it is. So that it's not. It doesn't sound that it's right, I would say. So, and this is the thing. Everybody asking why England, summer, is not too successful at big tournaments. Ask what the other teams are doing. All other countries around are doing at this time. Ask them. And we see they have the legs on the sofa and watch English football. So that's what the big difference is. And we travel to Sunderland. Sorry.
Yes. James.
Okay. Is this an embargo, maybe? No. Okay.
Talking of injuries, Jurgen, how are you looking for Monday night?
Again, please.
Talking of injuries, how are you looking for Monday?
Not too bad, but it's a question of the perspective, I would say. So in this moment, we don't know exactly who is available. We all know about the issues from the obvious issues from Ginny and Adam, but they are both not ruled out for Monday, I would say. But of course, I can say 4 sessions to go. Sounds long, but only 4 sessions to go. So we have to see, and I don't have to make decision now, and so I can wait until I make my final decision, and then we will have a really good team on the pitch, I'm sure.
Dejan and Nathaniel.
Dejan and Nathaniel train. Today is Friday, I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday, so they are in the race.
So Nathaniel, Chris Shaw,
Yeah, and is it true that Joe Gomez was in to full training yesterday and obviously not lose value?
Yes, with a big applause he came back. It was really nice to have the boy back in training. It's only on the parts of training, and he needs time, and he has to do a lot until he's match fit. But it's really good to have him back, and actually it's the first time I have him. Yeah, he got his injury in an international break when I came here last year, and now his first time on the pitch with the team. It was really a very nice moment.
Carl,
You said that it's not a normal game against Manchester United, but presumably from your point of view and your players' point of view, you've got to make it as normal as possible.
No.
No?
Yes, in parts, but you cannot ignore you should not ignore the special circumstance of a game like this. You have to be ready. You need to. Probably you need to know that for Man United this game is more important than, I don't know, for another team who will face us, and plus their special quality what they have individual and as a team. So you need to make a special game. But at the end, you're right. In a lot of situations, it's like you need to be really emotional but cool. You need to be really direct but patient. That's what you have to be, and like in all the games, of course, but only like in the best games. So it's not allowed that in a game like this somebody has to wake you up. So maybe the first shot of man, game already started. So that's things that should not happen. And so create a special atmosphere is important. So, and that's why I said it's not. But I understand your question, and that's the challenge for us to take the special things of this game and then put them in our usual or normal style. That's the plan behind. But I really expect a special atmosphere. And when you have a special atmosphere, you have to use it. So, and that's what we should try.
In your analysis of Manchester United so far, what have you seen that Mourinho has changed compared to what you saw last year?
That's what I tell my players.
Not even generally.
Lineup. Ibrahimovic didn't play last year, and I'm right. Pogba was not there. So nothing to say about this because it's not possible to talk to journalists about the changes, because it's not possible that you write only down what I say. It's all. No, that's good. Yeah, of course. All good. Because you then Klopp said this about and said this about, so it's a little bit. It's not the biggest fall you ever made, but it's a little bit, the problem of this situation.
Twisting outside what you said, just briefly, you talked about Ibrahimovic didn't play, Pogba didn't play. So what do you make of those signings that he's made there?
They are really world-class players. No, when they are in your team is not worse than last year for sure. Oh, that's unfortunately. I would like to say something else, but unfortunately, this is a really strong side from Manchester is coming to Liverpool. They really know about football. They're experienced. They are cool in the right moments. They don't need the world-class performance to win a game. That's the biggest difference between experience and the less experienced teams. That as a less experienced team, you need to feel good in the game, and you to show what you are able to. If you're more experienced, even on rainy days, it's possible to score and win a game. And they have these competitors in the team, these winner types in the team, and that doesn't mean that they will win the game. That only means they have a really good chance, and we have to defend them, and that's what we try to do. And it's not that important, but it's now you ask me, so I tell you. But it's not that I go in a meeting with the players and say, "Oh, they are very experienced." So it's more really than how they play, and that's something, and where the spaces we can use, and where there is the specifics. Things they do in special situation or whatever, how they defend there, and so that's what we try to use then. But we don't know if they do it again against us, so that's always the problem with analyze. But we try to bring through again our style of play, not because we love it so much, only because we are convinced about the value of this kind of play. And but. Maybe, I'm not sure, but maybe we have to change formation to the last two games or whatever. So, but that's then a nice opportunity again to bring another player or other players in the team, and to show that we are still able to really to perform well. And yeah, it's always a chance then, and that's all I think about. Not how big the quality of Man United is, but it's obvious, not too bad.
Last couple in the open, AP.
Yeah, just look at the overall strategies of the two teams. United spent 150 million, Liverpool basically broke even. How satisfied are you that you're sort of up there competing and even looking at sort of solid, you know, after that, at this stage of the season, 7 games? Or how proud are you, how satisfied are you?
I think we should really broadcast these press conferences for other people who are not here so often, because I spoke about this a few times. I'm absolutely not interested what other clubs are about their possibilities, how much money they spend, or anything else. It's not a competition. It's not. No, at the end, it's not that you win the league before the season. I say so. You have a team without spending money, and you have a team with spending a lot of money. So everybody has his own possibilities and own ideas and all that stuff. So I really, and I said it a few times, but I'm really happy with our possibilities, what we have here. So, and we did what we did because we thought it's the right way, and for us. And if other teams have another strategy or another idea, then they have to do what they think is right. That's all.
Final questions, Pete.
Sorry, Jurgen. Can I ask you just a little bit about Roberto Firmino? Another good performance for Brazil. How positive is he feeling with his own performances at the minute? And can you explain the differences between the player you found when you got here on day one and the player that you have now?
I think he only played around about 15 minutes, 20. He scored, yes, but only played not that long. Yeah. For Brazil. Yeah, no, the difference is not too big, because I knew Roberto, of course, before I came here. So one very good. Played him a lot of times when he was at Hoffenheim. So I knew a lot about him, and yeah, the only thing what he shows now is this mixture of talent and attitude. He's a really good football player, and he loves what he's doing, and he's a really good teammate for all the other guys, and he loves working for them. He is how offensive players should be, kind of selfish, but actually it's not too important for him if he scores or not. So if you have an assist, all good and all that stuff. So it makes him a really nice teammate, actually. So and well, for me, it's a big pleasure to work with him together.
Thanks, guys. We're going to go to room 1 for the break. Thank you very much.
Welcome.